Hello. I have the pleasure to talk with Dimitrios Dorian from Zemial. I will get into the problem. He is one of the cult musicians from Greek, and you found the band in early 90s?
89.
89.
And then I changed the name in 90.
It was something like
Nocturnal Death.
Nocturnal Death, the first band. It was from the first period, the black metal, or?
Well, I guess no, it was a little bit before.
Yeah.
And there was the black metal sound wasn't, the second wave of black metal, as it's called, wasn't really born at that time.
Yeah.
It was just
so
beginning
it
to
was
start.
Mostly death metal?
Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah. And it was an explosion, like many cool bands from Greece.
From Greece and from all over the world.
Yeah.
From all over the world. And I think it's important that to realize that around 88, 89, 90 was when a lot of the bands globally started to create something new.
In Norway also?
Norway, America, all over Europe.
Were you a metal kid?
Yes.
Did you exchange tapes and try to find lyrics? How was it? We were a communist country, so it was quite hard.
I know it was quite hard because communist countries, Eastern Bloc countries, didn't, back then you would sell a demo in American dollars.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Eastern Bloc countries didn't have the money to send American dollars. So it was very common
to send an IRC.
Not even that, man. Vodka.
No? Oh,
vodka was cheaper to send.
Yeah.
So they would send a couple of bottles of vodka. It was easier to send vodka to Greece than to send $5 or whatever it was.
That's cool. And I know that you played on His Majesty at the Swan.
Correct, yeah.
You said that you wrote.
That's correct, yeah, that's right.
An important part of it.
I wrote the biggest part of the album, yeah.
So,
and I wrote some music with Mutilator, and one of the songs was also written by Sakis of Rotting Christ, Lustful Father, and the last song on the album was written by the previous guitarist before I got in the band, Stavros.
So why did you need to make your own band?
I had already started. I was already. You mean after Varathron or before?
Yeah, after.
Oh no! We had started well before Varathron.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got into Varathron. I was invited to play in Varathron in the winter of '92. And I think it was the 3rd of October '92, and I had already been playing with my band since '89, so I was already doing my own music. I was already writing.
Sleeping Under Tartarus has a cult status,
and that was from '92 exactly. Yeah. So I did the Varathron album only, and with the other people that were involved, and that was it.
At first, you were also playing with your brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Yes, Naglatus.
Yeah. So he still keeps on with the band.
Yes, he does, and he's got some good music prepared on the side.
He will release it this year, maybe.
I don't know. In fact, talking about my brother, he was supposed to be here today.
Oh, as a surprise.
Yes, but the surprise was that he couldn't make it. There was a problem with the booking of the tickets, and unfortunately, he couldn't make it.
Just to keep it in the subject of today's concert, I know that you played with equipment from 1924.
Earlier than that.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you when you meet Russ.
It's going to be extreme. Well, I started my contact with Equitant around '91, and then I also heard from Russ Vorskaath, and it was just an instant connection. through mail, through letters. But it was an instant understanding. We wrote long letters to each other. I'm not sure why they got in touch with me to begin with, but there was an instant connection, and they helped me with getting the Zemial Sleeping Under Tartarus released with Gothic Records, because they had just released an absolute 7-inch there. And then through our discussions, we got to the point of talking about a collaboration, so I wrote some lyrics for a Quantic. And that was great. They sent me the music of the album and the demos they'd done before, which I loved. And it allowed me to write something different and a different concept and put it across to Quantic.
I'm talking about concepts. I would really like to ask you if you believe that lyrics are important.
So when I was younger, I believed that lyrics were very, very much more important than I think they are now. And I think that may have been because I wasn't really a musician.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to write lyrics and expressive music. The lyrics are incredibly important for me because they allow me to create a structure, a concept. So the music can then work with a concept. It's not just music that I write lyrics on.
So you write the lyrics first and music?
No, not really. Sometimes I have a lot of ideas of lyrics, so I keep a lot of notes. But generally, I write titles or phrases that give me the sense of a mood. So, when I think of the first Zemial album, For the Glory of Good, that as a title itself gave me the direction of what can be included in there. So I started writing for that. Of course, that was very early, and I wasn't very expressive at the time, but not as much as I am now anyway. But as time has gone on, when I think of a title, it helps me create the framework for music.
Yeah.
Did the technology help you, or it helps you? I'd like to know your point of view about evolution.
Hugely. It's obviously technology, because I started as a musician that had no idea about technical aspects, but I've come to do a lot of work on my own. I record on my own, I do all the sound engineering, the mixing, the mastering, the whole thing.
You came back to Greece.
Yes.
I know that you've been away for quite a while.
Yeah. I lived in Australia, I lived in Germany, and then I went back to Greece, but I'm not settling anywhere still.
A metal nomad.
I'm not sure about the metal bit. I'm just maybe I'm a nomad. There's always something to see and experience somewhere. But I use technology a lot, but I try to also use technology just to capture a concept. I don't use technology to replace
or to improve the sound.
Well, of course you're going to improve the sound, but I don't do it, how can I say it? I try to, maybe I'm on style, but I try to do it authentically.
I heard you, sorry to interrupt, I heard you during the rehearsal that you want to keep the sound natural and warm. And that's something that...
Unfortunately, when we started earlier on, the engineer asked if I used triggers. I said, no triggers, no gates. So we had a little dispute there because we wanted to use gates. I said, listen, I produce the sound of the instrument. I don't need somebody to take my sound and help me sound a certain way. I produce the sound on the instrument, and I just want you to amplify it. I know what I want and how I get there. I know how to do that business. And because I engineer my own work, I also know how to do it exactly. So I know what to do, and ideally, I want to work on my performance and to capture it well. So that's my thing. I don't use technology to do something that's outside of what I can do. I do it to just clean up the sound, to polish the sound.
Is it your first time in Romania?
No, it's not my first time in Romania. In fact, it's the third time in Romania. Just a moment, if you could.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Sorry? You're the band?
Yeah, we're just looking for that passes. AAA, they told us to come here.
Right, I think maybe if it's the same as us, you would have an envelope. I'm sorry, I know this is your side. We just wanted to
No problem. No worries about that.
There should be an envelope, and the girls down here would have that envelope for you with all the passes.
Thank you very much.
We took a little break.
So, okay, Romania is my third time. First time was in Timișoara. Then we came to Bucharest. I love it, man. I really love Romania. The people have been really fantastic. And today, once again, we had an awesome crew. That makes a huge difference because, for me personally, because we have a crew here from the venue that. There's a drummer, and they have all this great equipment, and they help me set up very quickly, very efficiently. They understand what the drummer needs, because I feel that a lot of times in heavy metal, people don't really think about the drumming situation and how it is to set up, and how complicated it can be, and how long it takes, and tuning the drum set. They don't think about those things. So we've got excellent crew down here, makes our life very easy, and. Aside from all of that stuff, it's just really the experience we've had with people is just great, man. It's really beautiful.
I'm glad to find that you like it. Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about technology before, and I just wanted to tell you that I use it as a tool. Okay, I use the studio as a tool as well. So I write using the different sounds that I produce and so on through experimenting. So I use technology to experiment with, but I try not to use technology to save myself. Okay, so there's a difference. If I do a bad job, well, I try not to do a bad job. So I try to give enough weight on how I calculate things so that I don't have to use technology to save me. I use technology to help me make it sound that little bit better, not to save it or change its original sound or the original intention.
Do you feel it's the scene evolved in a good way in the later years?
The scene, you said?
Yeah, the metal scene.
I've stopped following the scene since the mid to late 90s, and no, I'm not a fan. There's a very, very, very few exceptions, I'm sorry to say. And I think also because of the problem, because I think it is a problem, technology, heavy metal musicians are no longer working on their art, which is playing the instrument. They're working a lot on, I've got triggers, I've got whatever, sound replacement.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not for me. Maybe people like it, congratulations. And as a person, as a musician, it does nothing, zero to me, nothing. So for me, it's gone down because musicians can't play like they used to, because they use technology in the way to save themselves, save their performances, or cut and paste their performances, and they can't play it live. Or drummers don't know how to shuffle, they don't have groove in them, they're square.
Yeah, but the sound, the production, the mixing is also very defective.
Man, it's all the same.
Yeah.
The beauty of this scene in the 90s, in the early 90s, is that an American band sounded different to an Australian band, to a Norwegian band, a Greek band, a Swedish band, a Dutch band, a Czech band. Everyone sounded individual. And then everybody just started saying, I want to sound like them.
But I believe that you're still listening to some new music. Not at all?
No. Well, there are some exceptions. I listened to Malokat Papa.
Yeah.
I didn't know them, and I listened to them, I think, a couple of years ago in the pandemic. And I thought, hold on a second, this has come out of the 90s. And I really like that they did this album, I think, North Carpatan, I think it's called. I love the riffing. It felt really authentic to me, okay? Influenced by old stuff, but I loved it. Then I came to meet with Adam, the songwriter, and he sent me the new album, and I love it. I was actually playing it for Prescriptor last night at the hotel. I said, listen, you've got to check this out. This is old, this is jumped out of the 90s, and the guy is doing it with his soul. It's not a copy, you know. He feels it. That's at least how I interpret it. I love that. That made me feel really great. It's an old style production, old style songwriting. I really like it. And then there's a French man called Dionysian, which I also heard, and I heard a lot of fresh ideas, real production, real playing, and I thought, you know, that's what the scene should be like. Enthusiasm, fresh ideas, not trying to sound like somebody else, but trying to get your own identity. I just can't be bothered to look for that stuff anymore.
But what keeps you motivated?
Playing this music?
Yeah.
Oh, it completely my memories.
Yeah.
That's it. I still like heavy metal from the 80s. Yeah, I love it. I like black metal from the 90s, the first half of the 90s. I love it. Yeah. So I put myself in the mood. I don't, because if I was to try and work with, to try and keep up with the scene, I probably would forget those things. I'm not sure, but no, it's memories. And not only memories, of course, it's new ideas, because Zemial today has created so many different sounds.
Yeah.
Because
It sounds quite different.
yeah, and it's because I'm also, you know, listening to more blues and prog rock and jazz and classical.
Are you a thrash metal guy?
No, I don't think I'm any good with it.
Oh.
I like music. I like music. My favorite music is probably 70s prog. I love heavy metal. I love thrash metal. You know, Destruction, Sodom, Creator,
Old stuff.
Man, you know, Slayer, Bathroom, Celtic Frost. I love it. And I love jazz. I love jazz. I love ECM jazz. I love blues. Hello, we've got a guest. Yeah. You know, classical music is always a source of inspiration. Soundtrack music, I really feel it.
Do you still go to concerts?
No.
Others than your own?
No.
Do you keep in touch?
I'll go to concerts that are really because I don't like the atmosphere of the concerts a lot of the time, or the sound. It's just too harsh. But I do go to particular concerts. I travel for concerts. There are things that I really, really love, and I don't like. I'll do whatever it takes to watch it. But I don't go to concerts as much because it doesn't feel as good to me anymore.
Can I ask you something quite, I don't know if controversial, but I really want to know your opinion about the metal scene of Greece in your homeland.
Well, I'm not sure if it's controversial. I think Greece has clearly, through the decades, proven to be one of the strongest scenes in the world. It's very simple. I mean, nobody thought that at the time, but time itself has shown that the Greek scene is being discovered again and again and again by newer generations.
I wanted to know your opinion about running Christ.
You know,
Do you keep in touch with?
I don't. I saw Febis, Febis played drums in Zemial, okay, so we have a little connection. I'm the drummer, so I saw him last year, I think, by chance at a concert, maybe Candlemass. I think it was Candlemass, something like that. And it was great, you know, we had a chat and so on, but we don't really keep in touch. No, I don't really keep in touch with the scene. I was never really, I mean, how can I say? I don't like to say that we are a scene and we're a group and all that stuff. I've seen too much dirty talk behind each other's back to be part of that. I'm not. I'm outside and I'm happy to be outside. Yeah. I recognize that I realize the Greek scene is a very strong scene. It's offered a lot to the world of extreme metal. It's been very influential. Its influence is still there. But as to the unity of the scene, it was
Always like this.
from the beginning. Always from the beginning. And I never liked that. So I think my distance away there. Because I don't think it makes any sense. So what if you don't keep your distance? What if you're best friends with somebody from another man? What does that mean for your music? Zero and hardly. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess for the sake of the past, maybe.
Well, if it was for the sake of the past, then people would get along with each other, but they don't. People eat each other alive, and I just don't like to be in that game, man. I don't like backstabbing people. I don't like being backstabbed, so I'm out of that circus.
Did you play in the States? Talking about your friendship with us?
Yeah, we've played in the States, yeah.
What's different?
Oh, they're a completely different audience. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. But they are a completely different audience. There's a different enthusiasm, I guess, yeah. But I don't know, man. Every place has got its own wonder, because we get to see some of the place that we go to, meet some of the people, and I haven't been to a place yet where I think that's fucked. Those people are fucked. I haven't been to that kind of place. So far, every place I've visited has been really nice.
Where would you like to play? You've never been before.
That we haven't been before.
Yeah.
Well, this year, as part of our union with Archon, we're going to go to South America. We've never been there before. I really want to go there. Where would I like to play that we haven't been to before? Russia, probably.
I hope you have the chance, but as things stand,
Yeah, I know.
let's hope that
We played.
you're going to play anyway.
Look, we played in the Ukraine, and it was amazing. Amazing.
They got quite some good events.
Man, the people were amazing. The organization was amazing. The concert experience was amazing. I'm really sorry that this stuff is happening to that country. Really sorry that they caught in that position. Very, very sorry. Because I know that those people that we met, they don't have that life anymore. They're not sound engineers probably anymore, because there's no fucking concerts anymore there, because it's rubble, because they've been bombed. I'm really sorry about that. I don't think there's any winners from this at all.
What do you expect for tonight's show and for tomorrow's show?
Look, so far we're just doing these shows to warm up for Archon, and we started in Spain, and it was like a kick in the teeth, and people loved it. And then we went to Greece, and people loved it. And I know we're going to do the same tonight, because we've worked really hard. Like, we've played the set front to back, any way you like. We've learned it inside out. We've thought about the production, the sound, everything has been worked out, calculated. And the chemistry is amazing. We haven't rehearsed with Russ. We just met on stage. So day one is Madrid. We meet on stage, and the reviews are like, look at these guys. It's because we have a good connection. Yeah, we have a good chemistry. So I know we're going to do the same tonight. And because we had a great crew to help us with setting equipment, we're in a comfortable place to relax. We've had food that's good. You can't complain, man. It's going to be. I know.
I'm glad that
You see this?
Yeah. I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much. I hope it's not a matter of luck. It's opportunity means preparation.
How much is inspiration and how much is perspiration?
Oh, look, man, I used to wait and prepare myself for inspiration a lot, and I've done a lot of work like that. But as time goes on, I realized that it's perspiration. You need to keep working, you need to keep practicing every day. Every day I practice, every single day, twice a day, every day. You know, I love it. If I'm traveling and from on holidays, I've always got sticks and a pad. I'm practicing every day.
So music is your life.
It's every day. And you need to do that even if you don't feel good. You push through it because you love what you do. And
You have to give your best.
you have to give your best. I would hate to be in a situation where I'm going to watch a concert and the performer is not giving me his best. So I'm thinking as a listener myself and as a music fan, I really want to give my best to people that come to watch us anyway.
I really appreciate that you respect your craft.
I think that's what's missing a lot today, and that's why I'm doing it, because if anybody has come from another town or from another place or anywhere they've come from and paid money to watch us, I really want that person to leave thinking this was a great experience. I want that, you know.
Thank you for that. As a fan.
Man, I want that as a fan of music myself. That's why.